You've all heard about it, the last 17 Star Wars figures released under the Power of the Force line. But really, with the 17 figures, let's take a look. Welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, with another quick video for you. If you collect the vintage Star Wars line, you've heard that the Power of the Force figures referred to as the last 17. But were there really 17 new figures in the Power of the Force line? Well, before we look at that, as always, you want to support this channel, head over to patreon.com. We got exclusive content, deleted scenes, a lot of other stuff. And that, supporting us there, goes back into funding this YouTube channel. We also have that Junkman.com, where you can buy some very cool t-shirts if you like to support the channel that way. Now let's get back to the question, are they really 17 Power of the Force figures? As always, Kenner took figures from the past films and crossed them over to the new films, or the new slogan card, such as FX7 is an Empire Strikes Back figure. We all agree to that. It was released in The Empire Strikes Back. But when Return of the Jedi came out, they didn't cancel FX7 or The Empire Strikes Back figures. They just put them on a Return of the Jedi card. So FX7, technically on a Return of the Jedi card, is an Empire Strikes Back figure, being he was first released in the Empire Strikes Back line. And let's look at the figures that appear only on the Power of the Force line. They were Luke Endor, Luke Stormtrooper, R2-D2 with a pop-up lightsaber, Rumba, Amanda Man, Barada, Imperial Gunner, Anakin Skywalker, EV-99, Warco, or however you pronounce that Ewok's name, Lando as a general, A-Wing pilot, and of course the famous Yak Face. That's 15 figures that first appeared on the Power of the Force card. But why do so many collectors or people say the last 17 if it's only 15? Well, for some reason, still not 100% sure why, a lot of people out there count 2 Ewoks released in the Return of the Jedi line. Lumat. I can never know if I pronounce these Ewoks names right. L-U-M-A-T. Lumat and Paploo. I believe I said Paploo. Hard name to say. These figures often are counted as the part of the last 17, part of the Power of the Force line. But they're not a Power of the Force figures. They were first released in the Return of the Jedi line. They came on the Return of the Jedi card, known as the 79 back. Why 79? Because it showed all current 79 figures on the back of the card, including these 2 Ewoks. So, again, like you took figures that were made just for Empire Strikes Back line, like Lobot, he went over to the Return of the Jedi line, and he's still technically a Empire Strikes Back figure that also appears on Return of the Jedi card. And there's many figures in the Power of the Force line that appears first in Return of the Jedi that people don't count as Power of the Force, such as B-Wing pilot. He was first released in Return of the Jedi line and crossed over to Power of the Force line, but no one counts him as part of the last 17. Why do they count these 2 Ewoks? To be honestly, I really don't know, because they're not really technically Power of the Force figures, being they were first released on the card. Only reason I think some people count these as Power of the Force figures is, one, back in the early 90s, a lot of the collector's books listed them as Power of the Force figures, because that's where they're most common. It's true that they were released on Return of the Jedi line, but very late in 1984. Very close to the end of the year and very close to the end of the Return of the Jedi run. Before these were released, there were 77 figures. These were the only 2 added at the end of the Return of the Jedi line. So their production warrant was probably greater on the Power of the Force line. But the fact is, they first appeared on the Return of the Jedi card, not just as a figure card, also on the back of the package, part of the 79 checklist. If you want to call them the last 17, you can count the Ewoks. But really, they're not a part of the Power of the Force collection. At least, I don't think so. I think the original Power of the Force figures are 13. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you count the last Power of the Force figures as 17 figures? Do you count the 2 Return of the Jedi Ewoks? Let me know in the comments below. As always, subscribe to my channel, hit that bell, wherever it is. It's somewhere around here. And I'll be back very soon with another video.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.